Alright guys, gonna show you why these races are still broken. I'm doing it on beta. You get 2 minutes and 20 seconds for alpha now. This is PlayStation 4. Now keep in mind, my PlayStation 4 is running the best possible scenario because I'm on a PS4 Pro, but not just that. I'm also running a 1 terabyte internal SSD. So it's a SATA SSD, which is a different protocol than SAS, but SATA is the only thing it accepts. So that's the best possible scenario for a PlayStation 4. PS4 Pro, internal SATA SSD, hardlined with a Cat 8 Ethernet cable, 200 megabit internet, first one on server always when there's a client-side patch. And you're not really racing against the rings. You're racing against the pop-in and the lag. And that's kind of what ticks me off, is like, do these guys play this? Have they tried this on their official network on an actual PS4? I'm not talking about a dev box or remoting in with a PC. Have they done it on PS4? Because they just increased the time. Look, you can't even... The spots that have the yellow rings, there's so much pop-in, you can't even do it. You can't even turn enough. Like I will pre-turn my camera so that I have the best possible chance, but the pop-in and load-in for the caching is so slow that you'll miss it every time. And on the last server I was on, which I moved to this server after the first patch that completely broke the races, I had almost every single race I had the best times on for the server. And we were capped every day. And then they changed it and it was impossible. Now alpha is like, maybe it's not impossible, but I just did it. I got to 29. I used to farm alpha, no problem. I got to 29 rings. You see what I mean? That pop in right there. So you have to kind of like prepare for the pop in. You're not racing against these rings, you're racing in for the pop in. Anyway, but I would farm it, no problem. Then it was impossible. Bottlenose Blitz Alpha has always been impossible because of how big the course is. There's so much pop-in, the timer keeps going. And so if they're not going to... So there's... I did that one, had... What, 15 seconds to spare? I don't know. But the alpha one doesn't seem very possible right now.
That was fast,
Let's go check out Bottlenose Blitz and see if it is possible. Bottlenose Blitz. I just did it on beta. Or, oh, no, I did this one on beta. So yeah, I got a lower time, but all those other times are probably before people started building on the server. But anyway, let's go check out Bottlenose Blitz. This is official PvP, so on their official network, wildcard. I kind of miss having Swamp Fever, because oh my god, did it make you swim fast in this biome. Because you already get increased movement speed for this biome. Alright, I'm going to try it on beta because I don't want to waste my time on alpha, because I feel like if Wave Race, which it's Wave Ray, but it's a play on the game from N64, which was a it was like a jet skiing game on N64, really great game. Anyway, Wave Ray 64. If the alpha on that is broken, then this is definitely broken because there's more loading areas in Bottlenose Blitz. And you also have to try not to get sharked to death. But anyway, yeah, I think part of it is also their official network is... I gotta try to dodge this shark until it puts me on the dolphin. Their official network is hosted by Nitrata. It's Nitrata, something like that. It's one of the bigger companies, but it's the cheapest. It's like the cheapest hosting company. And the metal that they're probably running these servers on is god-awful. They're probably running it on a dated network. And just a heads up, if you haven't done these races, you can proc the sprint prior to actually starting. I'm gonna miss that because I'm going into my... Trying to go into my thing. Sorry, that was my fault. Let's see if we can still get it though. But we'll be able to see if there's a lot of pop-in still. And the timer is really low for this. My best, actually I'm just gonna cancel. My personal best is 242. That was on the other server I was on, like the first couple of days the server was open. So there wasn't really much built on the server. When that... Oh, the shark's coming. Quick, quick, quick. So 2:42 is my best time ever, and that's the best possible scenario for their official network because there was nothing built on the server yet. It's a North America server, which is local to me, so it can't get any better than that. And I had the top score for beta on Bottlenose Blitz. All right, so proc your sprint, just a heads up if you're not used to these. This is another thing too, it's annoying, all these creatures. I love these races. I love the land races more, honestly, because I think they're really neat, and you get to use creatures that you normally wouldn't use for that. But like in a racing game like Forza, let's say, which obviously this isn't a racing game, so we're not, we can't compare it like that. But in that type of game, there's no pop-in because you can't be. Every second counts. Stop. Every second counts in those games. And so there's so much pop-in, and you'll notice that as the game is loading into my cache, the timer will tick down like 4 seconds because it doesn't stop when it's loading, because it's based on the server's time, not your client's time. But yeah, you want to, if you're having the pop-in like this on your platform, you want to basically change your direction prior to getting to it, because as you can see, there's a lot of pop-in for this. A lot of pop-in. Hoping to see these races fixed, especially the alphas, so we can actually do them. Kind of ridiculous. But yeah, we're not even halfway through right now. Missed that ring. Because of the rubber banding so bad. And there's hardly anybody on the server right now because it just went down. There's probably like 5 or 6 people on the server. Look at that. Watch the timer. 5 seconds lost right there during that. Anyway, yeah, we'll see if we can beat it. We might not even be able to beat it, honestly. So proc or not proc, but turn your camera ahead of time. That's the trick on these. See, like, you don't see it, but I'm turning my camera ahead of time before I get there. Because of the load-in. But as you can see, this one's a lot worse than Wave Race 64. Because it's so big, the track is so big, that there's so many areas that the game has to load in. Because this is a much more three-dimensional track. Most of the rings, and I DC'd. I freaking DC'd.